Earth Special Forces. It's your first time on Half-Life Radio, and we'd like to welcome.
Thanks.
Thanks for having us on the show.
We're broadcasting live on IRC. That's irc.gameshout.net. If you have any questions, join us in the radio channel and PM any of the ops, myself, Andy Hodges, or Argyle, or Egoraptor, or Timmay, Ranger. There's plenty of us in there. And Egoraptor, go ahead.
All right, thanks. Well, let me start off and say that your website, which is, by the way, www.esforces.com. Yes, that's right. Looks fantastic, you guys.
Thanks.
Now, for all the listeners who don't know what your mod is, why don't you give a description of it?
Our mod is based on Dragon Ball Z, which is a popular anime here in America.
Sounds interesting.
Can you go a little bit more into detail on it for people who don't know exactly what you're talking about?
Okay. Instead of using weapons, guns, and normal weapons, you're given different energy attacks. You can fly, power up, you can shoot beams, and different attacks like that.
So, does you get to select characters, right?
That's correct. You get to select different popular characters from the show and use their unique moves and basically try and obliterate the enemy.
Can you tell us what some of the characters are that you could choose?
You can use Goku, Vegeta, Boo, Piccolo, a lot of the Dragon Ball Z characters.
Well, we've seen different Dragon Ball Z modifications out there. What makes yours stand out and have such a huge fan base out of the other ones? Because from what I've seen everywhere on the net, on ModDB, you guys are always the top one.
We have a more in-depth gameplay. We mixed both melee attacks and beam attacks. It's very fast-paced, and it's pretty unique in how you play.
Since we're not getting any IRC questions yet, then I guess I could ask one possibly. I know you guys are coming up with a new melee attack system, and it sounds like it's very complex in the way it works, but it's going to be simpler to use, so players don't have to take a month and a half to try to figure it out. You guys want to explain a little bit about that?
Basically how it works is two fighters get in a fight, and the first person can queue up moves, and the second person has to block those. And while those moves are being executed and blocked, the second person queues up their retaliation, and it goes back and forth like that.
And I know there's a lot of different transformations, at least, like, I think, not a huge fan of the show, I haven't seen it very much, but 4 Super Saiyan transformations. Are you guys planning on implementing all of those at some point?
We're only going up to Super Saiyan 3. So 3 transformations.
So you're not going to include anything from GT?
No GT. We hate GT.
I was going to ask that next. I had a friend, he's a huge fan of all the shows, and he told me about how there's a big rift between people that love GT and people that hate GT.
Yeah, we hate GT.
So does that mean... Sorry, go ahead, Timmy.
Actually, I was going to ask a question. I got PM from one of our IRC users at irc.gamesnet.com. Alright, netcom. Yeah, I just screwed that one up. Anyways,
.net, you wanker.
Thank you, .net, in the radio chat. He asked if you guys will be implementing the Dragon Ball mode in the next work version.
Not in this release, but in the next one we plan on totally reworking that game mode.
Isn't that already in the game?
It is, but it doesn't work out too well with our style of gameplay, so it pretty much needs to be redone.
Ah, I see.
Can you go into a little bit more of the game modes that you guys have for the mod?
Currently we have Deathmatch, which is 1 versus 1, and Team Play, which is self-explanatory. And then there's Capturing the Dragon Balls, which we're going to redo, but at the moment what you do is you go around the map and you collect these 7 balls. If you put them together you can summon a dragon and make a wish, and it makes you stronger or helps out your team.
I don't know if you guys have answered this in the forums or not, or if you've even been asked this before, but I've been wondering, the mod, you guys have taken the Half-Life 1 engine to the edge of its limits and beyond, and done some things that I would have never thought possible with the Half-Life 1 engine. And that's the biggest part I love about your game. But you guys are going to be able to do some incredible things if you move on to the Half-Life 2 engine, and are you guys planning on doing that?
At this point in time, we don't really plan on moving to Half-Life 2 because it would pretty much be doing a whole new mod.
This was just hypothetical, but assuming that if the SDK for Half-Life 2 comes out with some really nice tools that allow you to transfer all your existing code and most of your models and materials and convert everything to Half-Life 2 and get it running, and then start using the more advanced features, if everything ran smoothly, would you guys then consider it?
If they made it that easy, we might consider it, but at this point in time, we're still playing it by ear.
Are you guys satisfied with what ESF has become, or is there any improvements that you guys want to see in the next versions that you're kind of disappointed that you've done so far?
Well, since a lot of the stuff we're making hasn't been done yet, it's a lot of trial and error. We got a lot of feedback from our last release and what we're telling people about our new release, so hopefully it'll go over okay.
In your mod, there are certain characters that can go beyond levels, like Goku can go Super Saiyan 1, etc. But there are some characters who have somewhat weaker transformations. Is there a way you balance this?
It's not too balanced right now. We're planning on fixing it in the future.
So does that mean we're going to see like up to 3 different transformations for all the characters to keep them up to par, or is there going to be some other trick to it?
Well, each character is going to be different. Weaker characters who have less transformations, we try to let them gain power more quickly. They get to transform sooner, and we give them better attacks when they transform. People who start out really strong, we take away attacks from to balance it.
I see. Well, as long as we're not getting a whole bunch of questions, I guess I can ask some smaller ones. I know that in certain transformation modes, some characters get some pretty long hair. does that mean you guys are going to have to create yet another skeleton and animate that fully, or do you have some kind of trick up your sleeve for that?
Dogtooth is planning on animating the new hair and stuff like that, so we have a lot of custom skeletons.
I've noticed a lot when players are on the ground that when a fireball or a giant attack is shot, it'll explode in your face because it hits the ground. Have you guys fixed this, or will you?
It's actually supposed to explode when it hits any object.
Yeah, I mean, though, when you are standing on the ground and you shoot it up into the air, it'll like explode in your face.
Oh, that's a bug. We still have to fix that.
I assume that has something to do with the scale down you performed on the engine.
Yeah.
I'd still have to say though, your mod's one of the very few that I've seen that's actually used that, and it's actually turned out pretty good.
Thanks.
I believe Parsons, our other coder, has been working on that, and the last I heard, you can shoot from anywhere, but from the ceiling. It still explodes on the ceiling.
I think I posted this in your forums too, and you don't have to answer it if you don't want to, but it would be really nice to see some fancier, like, bigger, cooler looking explosions, because you guys had some awesome ones in one of your versions, and then you had to switch down, I assume, for performance reasons. Is there any possibility you guys could work on getting some less transparent explosions in sometime, eventually?
For beta 1.3, I'm planning on recoding the particle system, so then you usually see some pretty cool explosions.
Alright, sweet.
Are you guys planning on putting any new characters or like any kind of weaponry in the mod on future releases?
We are adding a new adult Gohan. We're looking at adding Android 18, Captain Ginyu, and that's pretty much it for now.
That'd be kind of cool to play as one of those androids.
Yeah, we saw that we didn't have any female characters, and since there are females that play ESF, we thought it would be good to give them a character.
I'm getting a question from Sierra Sonic on IRC. He's asking if you guys will ever make ESF open source like some of the other mods have, like Battlegrounds.
I'm not sure if I can say that since Harsens is the main coder, but we might make it open source like a long time after we release the final version.
I keep getting questions about the new combat system over and over again, even though we've already asked you guys, and I haven't been asking them because we already asked it, but this guy has a little bit more specific of a question. He wants to know more about the throwing capabilities that will be part of the new combat system.
Well, basically when you enter melee combat with another player, you have an option of doing a combo with them, or you can choose to throw them. When you throw a player, they don't take damage directly. They have to hit an object to take damage. And I think earlier today we decided to make it so you could hit other players with people you throw.
That would be cool. So is there a chance, if let's say if you throw someone and they're flying towards the wall, is there a chance for them to recover, or are they just pretty much screwed?
They could recover if they have enough distance.
Just wanted to remind everyone that we are broadcasting live on irc.gameshouts.net. We're in the radio channel. If you have a question for the Earth Special Forces mod, join us on irc.gameshout.net. It's channel radio, and I'm getting a lot of messages from tons of people that want me to tell Pcjoe that they're several people that they keep saying that they are your #1 fans.
Ah, great. Thanks.
Yes, you guys have an absolutely huge fan base.
I don't think we've ever had that many PMs from the public like that. But yeah, you definitely have the community behind you.
Is anyone over like 13 years old in that community?
Yeah.
You wouldn't believe it. I think we range from 10-year-olds to 30-year-olds.
Really?
Which ones are talking to you right now, I don't know.
Oh, I can guess.
Yeah, and the messages keep coming in. Pcjoe is awesome. Pcjoe is my #1 fan.
Who is sending that?
Whether it's FM, and I've closed some of the windows already.
Yeah, Andy gets PMs like there's no tomorrow.
I have to close them quick because my screen lights up again.
Yeah, I had to do that.
I'm
We should
getting a
make this
question.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, getting a question from GunCon asking about the Spirit Bomb sprite. If there's gonna be any kind of fix to it in the new version.
What's wrong with it? Works fine for me.
I don't know, just a question. He says he doesn't really explain it. So I guess if there's nothing wrong with it, there's nothing to fix.
I got a question from AK Hakaru. How will the wall jumping be handled? Will you be basing this on a power bar like power struggling, or will it be an automatic jump from the walls?
Well, if you're against the wall, you just press jump and you jump off of it. It's pretty simple.
We are going to make it so that you can hold against the wall and kind of charge up and propel off of it.
I know you guys have gone through several different methods and styles of Auroras, but do you have any new plans, or are you guys sticking with the one you have now?
We have a new one for beta 1.2. It animates and it's pretty cool. No, that was a Tessayura. We have a new one. No lightning.
Oh, that's okay. I'm sure the new one will be better.
Lieutenant Wolf asks, what do you think of your progress?
Lieutenant.
Support from the commute since their power...
Well, he's lagging.
Wasn't me this time.
I'd like to take this moment to remind everybody to please not PM your questions to every single op that you see in the room.
Don't PM Argyle. He has no idea what the hell Dragon Ball Z is, or he doesn't care either.
Z.
Zed, damn it.
Zed's dead.
No.
So will you be converting this to Half-Life 2?
Probably not. If it's easy enough, we might convert it, but right now we're probably not going to convert it.
Another hypothetical question from me. Let's say it's more difficult than you want to deal with, but you have a group of loyal fans who want to continue on the mod or something. Would there be any possibility you'd hand over the source to them so they can carry it to Half-Life 2?
If they're talented, we might hand it over, but it depends. If they're trustworthy too.
I just wouldn't want to see such a good thing die just because of a new engine, you know?
We got a question from our IRC group. Lost is asking, have you decided how the swooping will work in the new version?
Yes, we have. We've changed it to a double tap now. So you can double tap any direction, left, right, up and down, and you'll swoop that way. You can also double tap jump and crouch, and you'll swoop up and, well, down.
And will the next version be compatible with Steam?
We're doing all our testing on Steam right now, so it should be.
I'm just a little surprised that you're not going to port this over to Half-Life 2. You've definitely got a big following.
Yeah, what the fuck? I mean, never mind.
Timeout, Argyle.
Sorry, slipped.
Yeah, I'm getting another question asking if you guys are going to be fixing the floatable characters when you are in the air and you start floating up. I'm not sure what he means, but hopefully you do.
We haven't looked into that yet. What he's talking about is when you're just idling in the air, you very slowly float up.
It does that because it's programmed, so it floats up but everything works really smooth. We can't really remove it, or like the flight becomes very stiff and it kind of sucks.
I got another question from IRC. I don't know if this really has anything to do with Half-Life 2 or not, but is the team going to work together after this project on anything else?
Following this project, a bunch of us would like to try and make an actual game.
When you say an actual game, you mean your own engine, or?
That has yet to be determined. We would like our own engine, but the coders just want to get an engine to use.
Getting a question from Mad Mech Warrior. He's asking if the environments are going to be destroyable, or if the environments are destroyable.
They will be partially destroyable. Anything that's a model in the map will be able to be knocked over or destroyed. As for the map terrain itself, I don't think we can do that in Half-Life.
Got a question from one of our IRC users again, asking if Majin Vegeta will be one of Vegeta's formations somewhere in the later version.
Yes, in Beta 1.3, that will be Vegeta's second transformation.
You think just for fun you guys could throw in some of those really weird action figure vehicles, so you'd have like some really weird weapons just for fun?
Sounds like a waste of time to me, but I wouldn't do it.
What do you guys think about Dragon Mod Z and all those other Dragon mods out there, or Dragon Ball mods? I don't know of any other ones, but there might be others.
As far as I know, we are one of the only ones still going, or one of the originals. We used to help out with Dragon Ball Z, and they used to help us in the very beginning, so they're a pretty cool group of guys. I don't know what they're up to now, though.
Have you guys seen the Dragon Ball Adventures mod that's coming out for Half-Life 2? They just, I think, came public not too long ago, but they've got a couple nice little models out.
Never heard of it.
Got another question in IRC asking if there are going to be any new attacks planned in the future.
Right now we're looking at giving Gohan and Trunks some new attacks, because they're kind of lacking. Beyond that, I think all the other characters are pretty much set.
I know that there's been a lot of other, well, a few other Dragon Ball Z mods that for various engines that have been shut down, and you guys haven't, and you've become quite popular. Is there any? I mean, why do you think that is?
We're lucky? I don't know.
I think it's because Half-Life is pretty old, and I don't think they really care.
Well, if you ask me, I think your mod's a lot funner than the PlayStation 2 games that are out there. But shh, I didn't say that.
Thanks.
What version are you guys planning on starting the transformations?
Each character has their first transformation in. That was our goal in Beta 1. In Beta 1.3, we're planning to complete the rest of the transformations, so everybody should be finished by then.
Got another question from IRC. What are your views on other competitive mods?
Personally, I like competition. It makes both teams better. It's nice to have somebody to compete against.
Will you be including some of the movie characters later, like Brawly or the other androids?
We don't use movie characters. We only use Dragon Ball Z characters.
Maybe later on down the road we may, but right now we have way too much to do to worry about other characters.
Is there any plans for a single-player mode?
Eventually, yes.
Nojar wants to know if Evil Tall Boo and Kid Boo will be in the next version? BUU?
We just got that one.
Like 2 questions ago. Pay attention.
Get on the ball, Lewis.
I got
Don't
some
hurt me.
lag going on.
I'd love to know more about this single player you guys talk about.
Yeah, definitely. I'd like to know, are you guys doing any kind of story that coincides with the Dragon Ball Z, or are you guys going to come up with a whole fresh idea?
We really don't have anything planned so far. That's way out down the road. If we did it, it would probably be like playing through the different series.
got a question from IRC. This is towards Pcjoe. How many more versions will there be?
We don't really know yet. We're just making versions. I don't really know where we're gonna stop.
Right now I have ESF outline to go to beta 1.8 and then final. It's a pretty loose outline though.
I don't think we'll get there though.
Are you guys gonna be planning on doing any kind of tournament type play, such as like the cell games or anything?
Yes, we have a tournament mode planned. That would be beta 1.5.
What do you guys do with any kind of like fan submissions? Are you guys planning on putting any of those into your mod, or are you guys just gonna strictly stick to the ones that you guys make?
Can you repeat that first part again, please?
Yeah, I know there's a couple fans out there that submit different model characters and things of that nature. Do you guys actually put those into any releases, or are you guys strictly use ones that your team creates?
Thus far, we've used models our team creates. There are fan sites that have all the fan models on them, so people can get them pretty easy and use them.
Comma from IRC has a question. When you plan to have the advanced melee with the insertion of combos, do you plan to have a certain series or combination of directions and attacks to initiate a special combo, like Frieza's tail grab, instead of just the traditional punches and kicks?
Yeah, we do have something like that planned. It's, well, nobody is supposed to know about it yet, but we are going to have finishing moves and tier moves.
Do you guys have any blood in this mod? I know that in the series there's very little bit of it, but do you guys have any kind of blood in it?
We do have blood. I always want more. Other people want less.
Sicko.
Blood.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. It always makes a fun mod.
Yeah.
With the Dragon Ball, the actual play with the actual Dragon Balls, if you collect all, 7? Are you able to make any kind of wishes, or what happens when you collect them all?
Right now, you get 3 wishes. One will give you power, so you get stronger. The other will fill your health up, and the other fills your Kai up, which is basically your ammunition.
Do you guys have any planned date for the next release?
No, we really don't set release dates because everybody's on awkward schedules and it's hard to plan stuff like that.
Just so everyone out there knows that you guys could send a message to any of the ops if you got questions, to Andy, myself, Timmay, to Egoraptor, to Argyle, to Ranger, to SexyJosh.
What'd you say my name for?
Don't worry, you're not paying attention anyways.
No, better not be to PM me, cause don't.
Too late now.
Oh god, they're just flooding me.
Welcome to my world.
Lieutenant Wolf from the IRC channel wants to know, what do you think of your progress, skill level, like how you improved or other members, and support from the community since their power-up days?
Lieutenant.
All of that has improved pretty much tenfold. When we first started doing Power Up, which was ESF until we changed the name, our skills were pretty bad. We were just all starting, and I know my stuff personally looked like corpses, so yeah, it's got a lot better.
Are you guys planning on putting any kind of battle damage models in later versions? Like if you get attacked, you get like a different type of skin or model. I'm not sure how that exactly would work, but are you guys planning anything of that nature?
At this point in time, we have no plans to do that.
What do you guys think about this Dragon Ball Z movie that everybody's talking about?
All I can say is, do you remember how Street Fighter turned out?
Actually, I missed that one.
And you're a better person for it.
Hey man, Street Fighter was a quality movie, man. It had the goods, it had fighting and awesome Van Damme.
Well, the movie could be worth the GBZ movie could be worth a watch for at very least the explosions if they have any. But they're starting way early in the series. In fact, at like the first episode, so it's not going to be too exciting from the start, I don't think.
Well, in that case, it will be a lot of talking and screaming.
You guys, your next maps that you're coming out with, can you describe any of those, like what kind of settings are going to be in?
We have a highway map from when Vegeta fought Android 18. Stryker is working on that. And Zero, who just came back, he was offline for many months, is working on a new Cell Games map.
What are you guys planning to do after Special Forces?
Hopefully work on our own game, or work with games. We're kind of taking this as a learning experience, learning how to do everything on the go.
LT Wolf, I'll just say LT so Argyle doesn't yell at me again. He wants to know what type of transformations will adult Gohan have, since apparently you mentioned a surprise feature a month ago, and can you give us some insight on this feature?
Well, if you checked the news, you would have seen what the surprise was. We're going to be adding mouths to our characters, and there was a small clip posted on the site with that.
Ready to Die, that's the guy's name, believe it or not, wants you to explain more about Boo's new attack, quote, body part, end quote. I have no idea what he's talking about, though.
That is an attack we have in the outline right now, and basically what it is Boo, which is this blob, pulls off a part of himself, and he can throw it at people, it wraps them up and stuns them, in which he can come over and blast them.
I see.
Will you guys in the future incorporate young Goten and young Trunks and possibly have them be able to fuse?
Later on, we may do that. A lot of people want fusion, and if we do put that in, the way we're going to do it is we'll have two characters in tandem, so you're playing two characters at once and controlling them, and then they fuse when they transform.
That'll be interesting.
When you guys play yourselves as mod, what's your favorite attacks to use?
I like to use melee and the Kamehameha wave.
I like to use melee and Piccolo's eye lasers.
Those used to own, and then they got balanced.
I like my C7. C7A1.
Are you guys going to be updating any of the models that you currently have, fixing them up, making a little bit more fancy for the next version?
Yes. Right now, Krillin is being redone. Our Gohan model just got redone. All the models are going to have mouths eventually.
Ooh, cool. I wasn't sure if I heard that or not, if I was crazy. And someone else is PM me and asked if you have any new recent team members, and I'm going to add to it a little bit, and or do you need any new team members?
We did just hire a couple new modelers and skinners. They're still on probation though. But yeah, we have new members. We don't really need help, minus a Linux administrator. And if you're interested in that, I have a post on our site, and you can get in contact with me that way.
Actually, I was going to contact you about that right after the show, find out what you guys need for that, because that's what I do. I run all my servers on Linux.
Good man.
Got another question from Sierra Sonic here. He's asking, are you guys proud of the ESF leagues and what you guys actually think about them?
I think the ESF League's pretty cool. It gives people a chance to challenge each other and get ranked. I haven't been keeping too close of watch because, well, my real life's pretty busy.
We got another question here from Immortal asking, will Krillin grow his hair back in the new model?
Well, we haven't had any plans to change that. If somebody has an idea, we might put that in since we are changing the models.
I don't know if anybody has an answer to this, but why doesn't Krillin have a nose?
Maybe he's been kicked in the face too much?
That's very possible.
Are you guys planning on putting any kind of voice communication in any of the later versions?
Well, this is going to be news for tonight, but yes, we do have voice in ESF now.
It's actually in beta 1.12, but you have to enable it.
And when you guys put the mouths on the models, will they work in conjunction with that, or is that just for sound effects purposes?
Sound effects.
Will you advance the advanced melee even further with 2-on-1 people, or just stick with simple 1-on-1?
Eventually we'd like to get something like that in. Right now it's still kind of on the drawing board. Yeah.
I know there was a couple mods out there back a couple months ago that I was talking to that were having a lot of problem with like lasers and a lot because they had so many lasers in the mod. They were planning a Star Wars mod, but they were having too many problems with it. How did you guys have any kind of problems with the coding of them?
Piccolo's eye lasers were actually one of the first attacks we had in, so Harson's is the one who coded that, and I assume it wasn't too difficult.
What do you guys think of any of the ESF add-ons? I'm assuming Night Elf is talking, I guess, maps or custom models, but I'm not too quite sure.
We haven't had a chance to look at much of the stuff. What he's referring to is probably the evolution mod, and what that is, well, basically they're modding our mod.
McBry's asks, will you guys add in a game mode that has an RPG format, like keeping your stats after you leave the server?
We've discussed that before. We have no real plans to do it as of yet. That'd be probably one of the last things we do. So it's still up in the air.
And I can see how that wouldn't be a good thing at the current version, because you're just minding your own business, just got onto a server, you're a newbie, and then some guy comes in that's been playing for 4 years straight or whatever, and he's got the super high power level and he just kills everybody continuously for several thousand rounds.
Are you guys planning on having any kind of superpower mode when you have one very strong person versus a whole rackload of weak people?
That's another game mode that's still up in the air. We've talked about it, still haven't come to any decision yet.
Just want to remind everyone that we are on irc.gameshouts.net and the radio channel.
Got a question here. Some of our IRC users want to find out how old you guys are and how old some of the members of your team is.
I'm 20, Joe 16, everybody else is listed on the site. We all range from 16 to 26.
Do you plan on adding Mr. Satin to the roster?
We have no plans to do that right now, but maybe in the future he might pop in there somewhere.
I'm looking forward to using his atomic bomb technique.
Got a question from the IRC from D Predator. What is the burning attack going to be? A beam or a ball form attack?
Right now it is a beam. Yeah, it's a beam right now.
Any possibility of a ball form attack?
Maybe. We're looking through extra attacks for him right now, and that is one of them.
Well, if you guys do decide to move to the Half-Life 2 platform, how would you guys take advantage of the physics systems, if you guys even have talked about that at all?
Well, we kind of decided not to move, so we really haven't talked about what we would do with Half-Life 2 if we did move.
But you just gotta stop to wonder for just a half a second what it would be like. I mean, I can just see everything in the map that's not tied down to the ground or weighs over 1,000 pounds could lift up during power-up sequences, and maps could be huge. It would be amazing.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. A lot of work, but pretty cool.
Come on, man. Everybody's doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's not gonna hurt you.
Just try it once, come on.
Just do it.
Mr. Good.
What do you guys think about your community and like fan sites like esfstuff.com?
I think it's pretty cool that they're there. They help us out a lot because a lot of fan models and sprites and sounds get made, but we can't really host them on our site, and it's nice for people to have a place to put them and to share them with other people.
FM asks, do you plan to add Uzaru, aka Saiyan Monkey? These names are too much for me. Into the mod in the future.
We don't.
Did you guys fix the Destructo and Frieza disk problems where it crashes the server? I'm not sure if that's real or what. I don't know. I'm just getting another message.
I'm pretty sure we fixed that problem a while ago in beta 1.2.
Are you guys going to add any cool features to the power-up, like cracks in the ground, or rocks flying up, or the ground shaking, or other stuff?
When I recode the particle system in beta 1.3, I'm planning on making some new effects for the power-up.
Like what?
I don't know, like dust, water, cracks, whatever. I don't know yet. I didn't make it.
Got a question here from Smith. What did you think about the ESF movies? Did they think it was a good idea? Did you support it? Hope for it to grow? Would you like to see it remade again?
I think it's a neat idea. I went on their site once looking for the movies, but couldn't find them. I didn't know if any were out. So if they are, it'd be cool if they'd post that in the forum or something so we can check it out.
Goku SS asks what you guys think about the mod GHP and DMZ in terms of their quality.
Pass? I think they're getting better. We're waiting to see how their stuff turns out.
I got a question from IRC from Jaikatsu. Do you plan on implementing the telekinesis attack for Frieza, like when he froze Krillin and Gohan in midair?
We already have the telekinesis in. Right now how it works is if you point at an environment model, you can pick that up and throw it. And if there's no environment models around or you're not aimed at one, you can pick up rocks and throw them.
Oh, that's something you could use for the power-up system. You could have the power-up system take those environment materials and lift them up during the sequence.
I might do that.
If you have questions, it seems that Argyle is bored and waiting for you to talk to him.
What other mods do you guys play when you're not playing your own?
Lately I've been playing the Specialist. It's pretty cool. I like the bullet time on that. Yeah, besides that, not much. Little Dodd.
I used to play Natural Selection a lot. That's pretty fun.
That's my mod.
Got a question from Dragon in the IRC. Instead of adding a CVAR for the new melee, have you thought about making it a new weapon slot so we can use the new melee and the current melee easier without server admin switching it around?
We can't really do that. It would be way too unbalanced if you had the beta 1.1 melee system and the beta 1.2 melee system working together. It just wouldn't work out too well.
However, there is a CVAR in there to switch in between.
Server CVAR.
Well, I think we're about out of time. If you just tuned in, we've been listening to Earth's Special Forces, and you want to check out their website at www.esforces.com. Again, that's www.esforces.com. And this interview will replay later tonight after the show, and again all day tomorrow for those that missed it. And guys, I just want to thank you for being on the show, and we definitely want to have you back.
Thanks for having us on. It was fun.
And we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to come back with Jurassic Rage. I was just informed by Lobster that Steam... Did anybody else get that message from Lobster?
What?
Nope.
No.
Yeah, it's something about Steam is doubling their capacity in the next few minutes or something.
Send this to 100 different people and Steam will increase its capacity by twice. It's true!
Well, before the break, FM wants to know if Pcjoe loves him.
No, I hate him. He's gay.
Support the community.
You heard it here first.
Oh, wow. Well, you guys are welcome to hang out tonight if you'd like. And we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with Jurassic Rage here on Half-Life Radio.
Half-Life Radio is now accepting sponsors for the fall and holiday schedule. If you're interested in becoming a Half-Life Radio sponsor, visit Half-Life Radio at www.halfliferadio.com. Then click on the sponsors link. Act now and get the introductory rate of up to 50% off for being a sponsor. We'll even create your commercial for free. Half-Life Radio is the most efficient way to get internet traffic results. Become part of the internet radio revolution. www.halfliferadio.com.
This Thanksgiving, you are cordially invited to the historic